Okay, well, it's not really a whole lot different, but hey, it's something at least. So anyway, we're just gonna head on over to try to do these quests. I'm not entirely sure where this one's located. So I suppose I can check at the end to see if it's, you know, right there at the end.
Yep.
Well, that was easy.
Yes.
Right. Let's go ahead and confront him then.
You're a riot!
What?
What?
Dumbass!
By abusing others? By taking advantage of kindness? Huh. Please. You must have been growing up on the wrong side of town then. So now we have to face off against Shadow Wakasa, Chernobog. Chernobog drains darkness and is vulnerable to light. Not necessarily weak. And knows the skills Diadahan and Tenterafu. Mostly he's gonna try to confuse us. Let's see. Because I put vulnerable, I'm going to assume like maybe he resists everything else? Oh, he also knows Heat Wave. Okay, so this is one of those bosses where I couldn't really find all that much information. Like I mentioned before. Some enemies, especially these later game bosses, they're not exactly the easiest in order to gather any sort of information. But sometimes you don't really need it. So yeah, I assume by the way that I wrote that out is that he takes more damage to light spells, but isn't necessarily weak to them. It's something that we saw quite a bit in Persona 4, but not really so much in Persona 5, to be honest. What you did can't be taken back. but maybe you can find forgiveness in those that you scammed. Apologize to them, and maybe they'll forgive you.
I apologize.
And we get a Haten robe for our troubles. Alright, that's one down, one to go. Okay, so this Haunted robe. I'm going to assume it's not as good as what I've already got. I would be wrong then! It's actually really good! Higher defense and evasion than the steel chef vest, and gives +3 to magic. Ooh. You know what? Go ahead and give that to Noir. And let's get going then. Do. So welcome to Sheraruth. Current floor, then mementos. And we start off by fighting unicorns.
They're no big deal.
Hooray! Yikes, these guys are a lot lower level than us.
One enemy on the floor. Bonafide, bonafide.
Well, not really much to say about these guys. Do I have anyone else that has Aegeon? Trumpeter.
You're mine.
Definitely have Trumpeter try to, you know, get debilitates.
Joker took one out. Don't move now.
But of course, extortions. Which wasn't really a whole lot.
Let's catch your breath.
Oh well, whatever.
Just
All we can do is just keep on exploring. We're likely not to really encounter really anything that will give us any sort of trouble until we get to the lower sections of this block. But until then, just gonna have to explore and attack. Okay. Of course, I think I may be getting a little bit impatient. Considering that all I'm fighting are unicorns. Are you maybe a unicorn? Whatever you are, you're too weak for me to really fight. Great. And dead end. Okay. Wasn't sure if maybe there was a false wall hidden in there. No, I guess the ones in this one.
This sucks.
this darkness makes it so gloomy.
Perhaps shadows prefer this place specifically for that reason.
I mean, that's exactly... Oh, ha ha ha! Okay, well, that helps.
Dark. If I look at the map and notes now, it'll be bad for my eyes.
It's a little difficult to draw, but I can do it.
Good for you, Fox.
You found a treasure chest.
Ooh, and a room full of treasure. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't quite have another history lesson set up. Ooh, a Kaiser vest. So...
How are my navigation skills? Pretty useful, right?
Your info gathering system is pretty crazy. Just that, though.
So, yeah, unfortunately, no history lessons. Not right now.
Sleep beckons.
I know.
We're getting a good amount of new conversations that... Well, alright then. Conversations that everyone is saying. Unfortunately, though, since this is our first time, we're not going to be able to get Oracle's ability to activate, kind of clear up everything. Alright, everything is still basically afraid of us. Good to know. We'll just keep on go. Never mind.
Is it just me, or do we get the weirdest teachers at our school?
Perhaps one's individuality becomes stronger when teaching others.
Possibly. Or they're all just crazy. Though honestly, yeah, the teachers at Shujin are really not the craziest.
This is what it looks like on the subway tracks. I read the subway's been around for 80 years or so. It's older than us.
No duh, it's older than us. I'm pretty sure there was someplace, yeah.
This is awesome! Now transform into flight mode! Could he fly with this many people?
That'd be amazing if he could. Ooh, hey, more treasure.
Chest! Joker!
We get a Kodama cape. Interesting.
By the way, you did all the necessary shopping, right?
Yeah, I mean, it was mostly necessary.
Good job, Panther. And a whole gold. Okay, Kodama, pretty sure it's nowhere near as good as what we've got. Yeah, with the resist brainwash effect, too. Oh well. Something to sell for later. Yeah, I mean, even he doesn't know how deep Mementos goes. That just means we have to keep on exploring. Interesting that I got ambushed right then and there, but okay. Guess enemies are still too weak for us to really bother with.
He
Oh!
noticed us? Well, then we'll need to shut him up.
Interesting. Huh. Go ahead and get off the platform. Interesting. Okay, so some enemies we could potentially fight. Very interesting. Not sure if he was one of them. I have to go back to where that one area was. So we've at least found the way down.
Our thief suits are quite striking. Panther's tail is so cute. We look like a pile of freaks.
That's not very nice. Okay, did I already? Yeah, I guess that was the one. So, apparently...
Can't study how to fight in a textbook. It's so invigorating.
Queen, that look in your eye is a little scary.
So I guess some of these shadows they're not so weak that they'll run away from us, but they're still
There's a
weak
chest.
enough for us to
Joker,
just
let's open
one-shot without getting into any fights. It's kind of fine by me.
Hey, Mona. Are you ticklish on the inside?
Stop it. My stomach cannot take such violent shaking.
Anyway, what was I gonna say? Wow, just the CD gear. Anyway, yeah, it seems like some enemies we can still one-shot, but not quite take down, which is a little bit of a shame. 'Cause, I mean, I would like to get into more battles and extort for more money.
I could use some of Sojiro's coffee.
Whoa. Oracle made my heart skip a beat for a second.
Why? You didn't expect her to talk? Well, anyway, there's a tiny section
Let us
left.
speed to the ends of the world.
I like that spirit. Come on, Mona. Let's gun it.
Huh?
I
I'm
sometimes
already
forget that I don't have Chihiya's ability activated. So, kind of a problem because I can't get any ambushes. At least not yet. And, like, all these enemies are basically from Sei's palace. Unicorns, Valkyries. So, not really a whole lot that's too, well, beneficial for me. I'm sure this guy can one-shot too. So yeah, there's quite a bit. Wow, a chewing soul? Really? And a locked chest!
Oh,
What's in this goodie box? Goodie box has a Gaia belt. That increases strength? Endurance. Okay, I don't think there's really anyone who's actively using anything that has endurance. But okay.
I watch TV to glean new information, but the commercials tend to distract me.
commercials are a form of art, aren't they? I can't help watching them either.
I mean, some are just kind of stupid. It's all subjective. Anyway. Hi there! I'm kind of regretting the fact that I didn't have a history lesson prepared, but there will be other instances that we will have in order to get through, well, another history lesson. Because obviously, even though we've gone through all of our party members, there's still one more that's kind of important that we should probably go over.
Flowers are always the answer from my heart.
You're so feminine. Maybe I should raise some flowers.
Well, she does love gardening. Anyway, nothing really over there. And nothing else to do here. I mean, that's at least a good, well, side effect of being so high level. We can just floor through everything. Including things that seem to be super scary. When they're not really super, oh god.
Leave it to me.
That was the first time we've seen Prometheus do that. Well... I'm just gonna go with an all-out attack then. Probably won't get as much money, but... You know, I don't want to risk getting greedy. Oh, sweet. Quetzalcoatl leveled up.
Okay.
Not that that's
They didn't
super
stand a
important or
chance.
anything, but
Or
hey.
now. Go find us.
Or at least I'm getting pretty good at finding treasure. I mean, that's at least... Ooh, actually, speaking of treasure, I do have 2 goals in mind to do with this Mementos trip, and I completely forgot to do this. I'm setting up a treasure trap. Reason I'm setting up a treasure trap Psychokinetic Magatama. It's different. The reason I'm setting up a treasure trap is that it goes in part of the second thing I want to accomplish here in this memento strip. The first is obviously beat all of the quests that we have left to do. But the second actually involves finding some treasure demons. Not for simply the sake of getting a lot of money, even though that is really helpful. We need to...
Why is it that I get a shiver of excitement whenever the shadows plead for their lives? Ooh, what was that called? Sadie's? Saddest?
That's the first time I've actually heard of that recognizable line. You ever get excited when you hear a shadow begging for its life? Anyway, as I was saying, there are reasons for wanting to go after treasure demons. Specifically,
Gotta pair up for classroom duty soon. Ah, what a pain.
Pretty sure your partner feels the same way.
anyway, there are 2 treasure demons that are found in the deepest area of Mementos that we cannot get access to within any traditional palace. So that's why I set up the... That's why I set up the treasure trap, because we need to get those 2 treasure demons if we want to try to fill out the compendium. So...
Should I draw something on the body?
You do that and you're not getting in next time.
Anyway, like I was saying, that's why I want to try to use the treasure trap. That way we can find those 2 treasure demons. I don't think I've ever actually encountered those treasure demons, but it is something that I'm actively going to search out. Not really a whole lot to do right here, so let's just keep on heading down. Okay. Maybe a while before we encounter any treasure demons. But in the meantime, I'm just gonna have to explore around and pray we eventually find one. It's not exactly going to be easy trying to find them. Especially the 2 that I'm looking for. But we're just gonna have to
I found
go.
an interesting magazine the other day. I ended up subscribing.
Oh, what kind was it? You gotta show me next time.
Oh, those 2. Anyway. I just keep on exploring and keep on beating up shadows. Of course, that is kind of the bad thing when I just do that, because it doesn't exactly reset the timer for... Oh, hey, we're way down. Doesn't exactly reset the timer for trying to...
The shadows in Mementos are shapeless.
Given their lack of shape, I find it hard to capture them in my paintings.
Great, now I lost my train of thought. Well, kind of the problem
That was easy.
for the treasure demon hunt is kind of the fact that it's impossible to really tell a treasure demon on the map. So the only way to actually find one is to go out and explore. Ooh, a Leth axe. I don't think that's as good as her Gilgamesh axe. No, medium chance for forget, but we'll use the axe for good old Gil.
Blech, I'm covered in dust. I request a thorough brushing.
Joker can do all that when you're back home.
Dude, don't put that all on me.
All right, a check.
Well, even without any treasure demons, finding treasure chests is just as good. Let's get going. So, yeah. I mean, there is still, like, the actual, you know, Mementos boss that we need to find as well. But I'm pretty sure you guys can guess where exactly that's going to be. So, it's gonna be a while before we actually reach that.
This course looks like it would be fun to race on. I'm the one doing the running here. Be more careful, okay?
Funny how she said that during just a straightaway like this. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into a fight. Well, that was far more annoying than that had any right to be. Oh! King Frost and Titanias! Hey, we're actually getting to some enemies we can actually take on. Very interesting.
Ice attacks are
Okay,
out.
trying to get down King Frost is
Don't let your
gonna
guard
be
down. Show your might.
pretty simple.
Floor. Bonafide, monafide.
Cool.
Of course. On to the next. Come.
Go ahead and take down these Titanias then.
What? Crushed it. Keep that up. Persona.
Okay, no reason to take down King Frost. We actually kind of need him.
What? Crushed it. Keep that up.
Serves you right.
Because extortion. You can do better. Damn it.
Be careful. Skull fell down.
Wow.
Hang in there.
Wow, he hates Skull.
Remaining. Luna, aim.
Wow, he really hates Skull.
Are you okay? Keep an eye on your house.
Okay. Oh. Okay, we can still get some extortion money. Not really a whole lot.
Not bad.
There. That wasn't so bad, now was it?
Let's catch your breath.
Wow, he really didn't like
Okay,
Skull.
let's move on.
I feel kind of bad for him. So at the very least, we are getting into some of the deeper areas. I mean, I realized that we were, like, in the area where we could, you know, fight shadows that were in Shido's palace. Ooh!
Is that a rare one?
Ugh, it's just the Emperor's amulet. Damn
No
it.
psychokinesis. Attack with something else.
Okay, fire's gonna be the way to go.
Pardon me. Luna, aim. Persona.
Okay, well, that kind of sucks.
Persona, go down.
Okay, and one more.
Just die already.
Take him out.
Lather set.
You're Mona!
Not bad, Mona. Give it up.
Oh, if only you were one of the new ones.
Time for some bloodshed. All out attack. Game over.
So yeah, that's kind of the problem. The fact that I don't know what treasure demon will be here. So it makes, you know, trying to figure that out up to chance. Because it's gonna be hard enough to even find a treasure demon, let alone.
Just like I thought.
Oh sweet, I leveled up.
I leveled up. Okay.
We're done here.
Unfortunately, it's gonna be hard enough to even find treasure demons to begin with. And then there's the matter of fact of trying to find the treasure demons I'm specifically looking for. Not really much over there, won't even bother. So now we have to go all the way back.
Let's do this with beauty and style.
Good. You're in top form, Fox.
And there was nothing here. Great. At least the advantage to just getting rid of the regular treasure demons is the fact that I can still get a good amount of money from them. regardless of whether or not they're actually what I'm looking for. Because the problem is that I'm specifically looking for specific ones. So that becomes a little bit of a problem when I can't find them. Still, at the very least, the treasure tracker will be here for the entire length of this exploration. So, the good news is, as long as I stay here...
Who designed its aesthetics?
Mona, perhaps? It's nice. Very low-key.
As long as I stay within Mementos, I should still have the increased chance of finding treasure demons, and thus I won't need to be here for a very, very, very long time. At least that's the hope, at the very least. Wait, liquid mercury? I can find that down here? Huh. Well, I guess when you get deep enough in Mementos, you can just find liquid mercury. Having to go against all those Anubises. Then again, like, this is the end of the game, so...
I need a drink. Something real fizzy.
You're such a kid, Skull. Drink your milk and grow up.
Yeah, unfortunately...
Aw, I want some of Sojiro's food. His curry is the best. The cafe's curry? Yeah, it's got a taste you can't get anywhere else.
Anyway, I once again lost my train of thought, but hopefully I can just get to these treasure demons situated sooner rather than later. Until then, we're at another rest stop.
Okay.
Alright then, how much money do I currently have? 2.9 million yen. I also kind of have a rough idea as to where I want to be in terms of money by the end of the game in order to get all my fusions. Just kind of a rough estimate. But hopefully this trek in Mementos helps into getting there. Persona's not really built for that. Anyway, now they're in the last stretch. I assume that this would be the most difficult opponents.
Alright.
Well, apparently King Frost can be really cheap. So I'm still not getting a super high amount of money. I mean, it's still more than if I just killed him outright, so that helps at least. Until...
You've been found.
Ah,
Defeated.
great. I guess that is the good thing with extortions, is that even when it fails, you can just try again as long as you don't kill the shadow outright. Okay. Nice being back on the money trail. Let's see. Just got to reorient myself so that way I can get back to where I need to explore. And now we move on. Oh, hi there. I am super glad that I have Mona with me because... Oh, wow. Huh. Very interesting setup. Plus different ways to go there. Anyway, I am glad that I have Mona with me because Miracle Punch is really nice. Especially when you don't have the right persona to knock down things
I
with.
don't need school. I can just look things up online. Some things you can only learn through experience, though.
It's one of the few repeats that we've
There's a
had
chest.
this run.
Joker, let's open it.
Ooh, and there's a lock chest one over there too. Blank card, which is kind of meh. You know, I'm gonna take you out. And then lock chest. What do we get? We get a sublime collar. Ooh. Go ahead And take a look at that, the Sublime Collar. Very nice indeed. I'm not sure if that was the one that we could potentially get from cleaning some of the more recent equipment. But regardless, it's still really nice. Anyway, deeper we go into mementos. Go ahead and sneak around you. Okay, and haha! Good thing that camera angle showed me there was a chest over here with another Kododama cake. Yay. Oh well.
Okay.
That was easy.
Okay, I know that this is starting to feel a little bit long in the tooth, but assuming we can just reach the end here, I would not mind. Great. As long as we can get to the end and maybe just do the boss fight.
It's dangerous to walk around somewhere this dark. I'm so glad that Mona can turn into a car.
I couldn't agree more. We could never explore such a large complex on foot.
I mean, that at the very least would give me an opportunity to kind of just go about this.
I guess I'll settle for some new parts.
Isn't the one you're using now extremely powerful?
Anyway, if I can at least get to the end here, then I can just kind of do any extra work on my own time.
Joker! Is that a rare one?
Ooh!
Way!
Level 50, the Crystal Skull. Okay, I don't know what these things are weak to. Hold on a sec. I have the power of the internet. Okay, so I took a look as to what this entails because I've never seen this treasure demon before. The Crystal Skull resists physical, nulls gun, and repels all magic except for light. I did see a strategy which might be very helpful, and I will definitely use if this does not down it.
Not bad, Mona. Please don't resist.
Thank you, Mona! What I was going to do would be to use my down shot ability, because I've never actually done that, you know, in battle. However, we need this thing. So now we get the Crystal Skull. So that's one of the two treasure demons I was looking for. And this thing has all of the different Moss spells. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of... Actually, I kind of need Takini. I don't think I need Barong for anything, so I'll get rid of him.
You've got a new mask, Joker.
Awesome! And if I ever see it again, I am definitely going to take advantage of it and just try to get as much money as I can. Okay. So yes, I at least got that taken care of. And I also did a little bit of research into where my last treasure demon is. And it should be somewhere in this bottom portion as well. Oh, a couple level ups there. Ooh. Sub-recover SPEX. Nice. So now backup party members will get 3% of their SP after battle.
Alright.
That'll help out a little bit. Anyway, like I was saying, there are certain floors in which my high-level treasure demons will only appear on.
Alright.
And from what I can tell, those are usually between the 7th and the 14th floor. At least if where I've checked is to be believed. Nothing else here, so... Still, it is nice that I already got one of the treasure demons I was after. So, let's go ahead and just try to wrap this up then.
All according to plan.
Okay, let's move on.
A couple more level ups. I also get the feeling that, ooh, finally, Messiah died. I get the feeling the Shadows and Mementos are just really freaking cheap compared to their palace counterparts. Next is Aganyastra. Nice. That will be a super nice skill. Still, we gotta get to the end of this floor, though. It doesn't look like there's anything. You never know whether you're gonna find false walls. I have found them in giant empty rooms like that. But
Maybe I should buy a punching bag.
Or maybe you shouldn't.
maybe she should, so she makes sure she doesn't punch us. I mean, now I'm mostly just getting experience from these, more so than just money.
Okay.
A stylish victory.
Is a little bit of a problem because I don't want to be too over-leveled, but at the same time, I kind of do need experience.
Let's withdraw.
I find it funny that I was just complaining that Memento Shadows don't give me a whole lot, and then I just extorted 20,000 yen from a Baphomet. Come late and you will get. Apparently. Alright, let's keep on Ooh, treasure demon! Ah, another Emperor's Amulet. Man, I got my hopes up over nothing. It's like, oh boy, the thing that I'm looking for, and then it's not the thing that I'm looking for. Had another
That's all it takes
chance.
for me.
Another Emperor's Amulet in that fight. Well, damn it. Not even joking. Emperor's Amulet came in to try to, you know, ambush us after we beat that Baphomet and... what was it? Oh, it was a Fornius as well. 2 Emperor's Amulets back to back.
Intel is the most important. Keep your eyes peeled during the day. Leave the internet to me. You guys can handle everything else.
But not the actual thing that I'm looking for, and I made it to the end, so we may as well go.
Okay.
What a jerk!
Okay.
Right, we all want to take him down. Anyway, since I don't think this is really going to be too big of a fight, I'm going to replace Mona with Queen. And I think we should be good.
What?
Honestly, were you expecting any other Shadow when it's someone who sexually harasses young women? Yeah, I bet it makes a whole lot of sense now. Anyway, now we have to take on Shadow Asakura, Mara. Mara is weak to nuclear, resists darkness, and drains fire, and knows the skills Tarukaja, Charge, and Lunge. Overall, this isn't really that big of a deal when it comes to a fight, all things considered. Granted, he has a lot of HP and is the highest level Mementos boss that we've gone up against. But we do have that to contend with. Actually, well, I could switch out someone. One idea that I think can work is if you just simply lower his attack, he'll kind of be somewhat into a pattern of just constantly trying to catch Tarukaja. I don't think it works all the time. I think eventually he'll break out of it. But honestly, I don't think it's that big of a deal. But I'm gonna do it anyway. So I will switch out Skull with Panther.
Backing off.
Let's get this done.
And Panther can use Tarunda.
Persona.
Giving me more time to dish out more damage.
You hit their weak points.
See, this is what I was talking about. He will constantly try to increase his attack power.
Come. Go down.
And, I mean, if you can just keep on getting him into that loop, then that's super good. And then he won't actually try to attack you. Like I said, I think he eventually breaks out of it. I'm not sure this is a foolproof plan. At least I don't remember it being a foolproof plan. But I do remember that you can do this. No, I think this is actually a foolproof plan.
Let's go.
I mean, granted, defending against him isn't really that big of a deal, all things considered. Because he uses charge, and then you can just defend in order to protect yourself from the power charged lunge. However, if you can also get him into this endless cycle, you don't need to worry about that, and it makes the fight go that much quicker. I mean, I'm kind of down with him just doing that constantly.
Super move. Ultra charge.
Thanks, Oracle. I don't think we really need it, though.
Come. You're mine.
Ooh, Joker, you're looking cool.
Well, I'll still take it, though. I mean, I'm not gonna say no to a free power charge and mind charge. But I will make sure that he never leaves this endless cycle. So yeah, despite being technically the hardest Mementos boss, not really all that hard. Level ups for everyone.
With this power.
And
Okay.
Trevor gets
Our range of attacks is
Debilitate.
expanded.
Cool, I've been meaning to get this skill for a while now. What do I want to get rid of, though? Honestly, I'm not entirely sure. Either Life Aid or Fortify Spirit, but both of these are pretty good. guess I can get rid of Fortify Spirit. And then for everyone else. So Panther gets Fire Amp, which, interesting to note, is that it does say that it stacks, but I kind of like all of her other skills, so I will replace Fire Boost. And last is Blazing Hell. Ooh boy, severe damage, multi-target.
Oh, look! A new move!
And Noir gets Cripple, which again, can also stack with Snipe, but honestly, I don't want to get rid of anything else, so go ahead and do that, and there we go.
I'm ashamed.
Do you really need to ask us? Abusing others, especially young women, just so that way they have a chance at the entertainment world? What do you think?
I apologize.
For our troubles, we get the Immortal Vest.
Yeah.
And there we go. Our final request completed. So there we go. That is the last request in the game. And we have made it to the end of the Sarah Ruth area of Mementos. But we've reached another wall. So yes, even this far down into Mementos, we're still met with an obstacle. I mean, we've taken down Cheeto, and Cheeto was basically the mastermind behind everything that was happening. So then, why is there still an area of Mementos blocked off? Well, at any rate, now is about as good as time as any to call it a day here. So, next time on Let's Play Persona 5. I'm probably going to split this episode into two, by the way, because this has been going on for a lot longer than I was anticipating. Anyway, with all that taken care of, I will be trying to do some stuff off screen in terms of Mementos. I've gotten quite a lot of money, 3.1 million yen, but it's not necessarily the money that I'm after. I am after that last treasure demon. As I pointed out, there are 2 treasure demons that you can only get into the deepest levels of the most current block of Mementos. Within the deepest parts of Sarah Ruth, past the 6th area rest, there are 2 treasure demons that you can only find in these areas. Now, one of them we already got, which was the Crystal Skull, which is technically the higher level of the 2. but we are still missing the other one. So, off screen, I'm going to be doing that. I'll try to get some footage of that particular shadow as well. And I will explain just what all it's vulnerable to anyway. But, along with that, I'm going to try to get as much money as I can. And then, we'll continue going through our days. It's not too long now before the elections, and hopefully Shido confesses. But there is still a compendium to fill out, so we're gonna be trying to do that. Well, or at the very least get the funds, so that way we can do that. Until next time, everyone, take care.